I would like to reintroduce everyone to an old friend of mine that I haven't had the chance to talk about for a while because they had been medicated or something. I don't know what the fuck happened to them, but they've come back with a vengeance. They made like 20 plus videos about me. And Virgo, when she does these schizo rants, tends to be very, very, very repetitious. She'll say the same things over and over and over again. And so like if you see this video, I think it pretty much sums up what she's talking about in all the other videos. But let's just watch it, shall we?
So then we have the cyberbullies. These people, he's fairly effeminate. I don't want to be offensive. That doesn't mean you're a bad person because you're effeminate, but you look maybe level 4 masculinity. Or
when I first heard this, my question was on a scale of what? Is it like 4 out of 5? Is it like 4 out of 10? 4 out of 100? What is the 4 on? Like, what is the x-axis of this?
Or level 3, I'd say that. Joshua Connor Moon, known as a cyberbully, he has a website, Kiwi Farms, where he just allows people to bully people. Most likely he was bullied as a kid. His mother most likely is abusive. He was born out of wedlock. He's very abusive, very unhealthy, very mentally depressed, and taking out his problems on other people that are normal online, claiming that normal, healthy people aren't mentally well. You're not a mental health practitioner, nor are your transgender and androgynous friends.
That's also funny.
Videos of people.
She says that you're not a mental health expert, and then she also says that the Kiwi Farms is full of androgynous people. That's like the first time I've heard that. Like there's the meme from like Pole People that the Kiwi Farms is like ran by. I've never heard anyone call me androgynous, which is that's basically bullying if you think about it. So I don't appreciate Virgo Rouge being a cyberbully here.
And you're not really getting anywhere. You don't have a job. I don't know if you have a job now, but you need to get, I don't know about help, but admit the truth that you're very insecure and the people on your board are very insecure. Okay, it's not that you're confident about being white and male and
is she wrong?
It's not that you think you're better than Jews and blacks. You are somebody who's insecure, clearly born effeminate. He dedicated his website, Kiwi Farms, to a transgender. Very insecure. He uses all the vibrato and hubris with excessive foul language to express his mental health problems. And
okay, that's the other weird thing. I don't think she's really religious. She's like a spiritual hippie type, but she really hates vulgarity. She hates any kind of swearing. But at the same time, she's like very anti-trans. She really believes in like the dichotomy of gender and that men should be hyper masculine and women should be hyper feminine. She believes that she's the most healthiest, feminine woman that's ever lived, and more people should strive to be like her. And men acting like women is an abhorrent thing, which is pretty based. But she has castigated me as a Janny, which is shocking. I don't know how to respond to these horrific accusations.
That he needs to be tough because most likely he was bullied as a kid. If you look this effeminate, most likely you were bullied. Has anyone mentioned how effeminate he looks and why he has a cyberbullying board? He's very effeminate and hides behind the computer. I think he's like 6 feet tall and was beating somebody up.
I have no idea what that means.
Not that weak physically, but most likely as a kid he was this girly guy, and his mother is probably abusive. He comes from a broken home, and he was born an illegitimate son. Most likely he was bullied and excessively beaten on as a kid. Now he needs to get help, maybe post-traumatic stress disorder. Possibly you're a borderline and psychopath. Maybe you could be healed. Maybe it is a result of post-traumatic stress disorder that you have the website Kiwi Farms up, but you need to get help. Okay, you need to understand why you're using foul language all the time, why you are so rough around the edges and hateful and depressed, instead of taking out your problems on normal, healthy people.
Okay, that's basically a good gist of what she says about me. That the forum is like a group of extremely effeminate transgender people, mentally unhealthy, and extremely envious of her. She is so amazing that all we could hope to do is exercise crab bucket mentality and drag her down to our level with our F words and our B words and so on and so forth. I mean, there's like, she's put out like hours of these rants, but I feel like it would be repetitious. I played through a couple of them, and that 3 minutes is a really good primer on what she likes to say. You can read through a thread if you're interested. IP2, of course. So there, I would be pretending to if I claim that I had any idea who any of these people are. I could not give less of a. I only care when one of them goes to jail, because that's where the interesting stuff is. When you have a washed up star and a schizophrenic girl beating the out of each other, that's content. When you have a guy going to jail for storming the Capitol, that's content. When you have a guy going to prison because he shouted Allahu Akbar at a pizzeria, that is content, and that is what has precisely happened last week, and the feds just scooped him up and pressed charges, I think. So we're going to watch that now. Keep in mind that his name is like, before I even read this, what's his name? Oh, I just cucked myself. What's his name? Oh, Malik Sanchez. So this guy's name is Malik. He's Middle Eastern, or like half Middle Eastern and half Spanish. So he's already neurotic as he looks brown. He should not be in New York shouting Allahu Akbar at people and saying that he has a bomb. But I'll let the video speak for itself. Oh God. Okay.
Let's enhance their meal. Enhance the meal.
First of all, that's gross. When I first heard let's enhance their meal, I thought he was going to like try and them in their food or something.
No, behind.
Okay. So here they are. They're like immediately, just her face is just like, oh no, I'm gonna be hassled by a homeless person.
Allahu Akbar.
And then she says then he says Allahu Akbar. Now you can see her face. She is like physically cringing at what's happening.
Allahu Akbar. Detonation in two minutes. I take you with me and I kill all.
So the let me just eliminate this, because I have to interrupt this or I'm just gonna get banned for like copyright infringement or whatever the point of a joke is to do something that's like harmless and that which triggers a reaction that you wouldn't ordinarily expect. If you tell someone I have a bomb and I'm going to kill everyone, the normal reaction to that is to do exactly what they do.
All you, I kill all you right now, and I kill all you, Allah. That shit, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for Allah. I'm going to do it for Allah. Allah Akbar. Come on, I do it now.
So, just so you know, that is like an extremely normal human reaction. You're outside, you're enjoying the fresh air. You have been cooped up inside for the last year, and then suddenly this homeless Hispanic Muslim man walks up to you and starts talking about a bomb detonation. Instead of like fighting with him or yelling at him or attacking him, they just like get up and walk inside to call the police.
All of them scattered.
And then he's like shocked. He's like pleased with himself. Like, oh my God, everyone ran away. When I threatened to kill them all, they all just left. Okay, and that's when it kicks in. Like, he says, like, dude, my epic prank was so epic. I scared everyone by saying I had a bomb and I was going to kill them. And then he like pauses for 1 second, and it takes him precisely a single second for his brain to catch up and think like, I have committed a serious felony and I should leave the scene of the crime immediately.
Holy shit, boys, that was 5 stars. Oh shit.
And that's the end of the clip. I maintain that IP2 is just like disgusting. Like the people who promote these, like, okay, they're all just drug addict losers. It's literally just white trash. And you can compel them to do anything you want with a little bit of money and attention because they have absolutely nothing. They're empty vessels that you can pour whatever you want into. I don't understand the enjoyment. I do like to look at like the flames, but only briefly. Only long enough to be like, yeah, that's about what I expected, and then to turn away from it. I enjoy the slow boil of a person whose actions compound naturally and they're not financially incentivized. I don't have a term for this. There's like three different types of like spectacle watching. I think there's like the normal in quotes, the way that I like it, where people are just stupid and they broadcast their stupidity because they have hubris and think that they deserve like positive attention and no negative consequences from everything that they do. Then there's like the IP2 method, where it's like they literally just find drug addicts willing to strap a camera on themselves and then break the law on stream while they throw pennies at them. That's a different method. I don't know what you would call that. And then there's like people who just try and force content by being dicks and like breaking the law themselves from like the other end of the camera. And those people are assholes themselves, because it's like if forcing someone to behave a certain way entertains you, like you might as well just like break the law normally. You might as well just take a baseball bat and like hit someone with the baseball bat and then watch them recoil to being struck by the baseball bat and think like, what an epic joke that was. If someone can't help but react a certain way, you're not really trolling them. You're just inflicting damage upon them. And that's how I feel about a lot of schizophrenics. Like someone linked Gail Schroeder, and I've talked about her before, but she did like a cooking video, and the guy linked it and was like, this is like a cooking video like Kay. And my issue with Gail is that she's schizophrenic and she doesn't seem to have any original thoughts. Everything that she says is just parroting what someone else says. So you might as well just type, Jesuit Bukkake bomb into Microsoft Sam or Google, and then have the voice synthesizer repeat it back to you. The fact that there's a human element there is the only difference. She says anything that you tell her. So her cutting chicken awkwardly and talking about Jesuit bombs is not. I know that's not her. It's not like Terry, where he's deriving crazy things from his own imagination based on his own experiences. Like, these are things that other people are telling her are true and that she believes. The fact that she's cutting chicken awkwardly is not in and of itself entertaining. Before I forgot this. This is Virgo Rouge, and she left a comment on my last stream on the archive channel saying, scared Wooza. I don't know what Wooza is. Maybe she tried to type Joshua and her phone corrected her. Scared Wooza? Or maybe she's saying like loser, but like in a weird way. You watch me win. Talent and beauty wins over coarse, crass men or women. You are a transgender, androgynous man who is very insecure about your lack of masculinity. Who are you fooling, woos? Okay, so woos is intentional. I don't know what the fuck that means, though. And I say, hello again, friend. And she says, your days are numbered. Keep using the F word so you can become famous online. You are a want-to-be. You are not a man enough to be a real celebrity. We don't need androgynous men who are insecure to be internet celebrities. We don't need any more trailer trash entertainment. You are not a comedian, funny, interesting, or entertaining. You're not interesting. She says that again. Okay. You really believe that your gossip rag will continue to make you famous so you don't have to work. You are a want-to-be entertainer. You are a want-to-be celebrity. You lose. You believe that you should be a celebrity. You believe that you are interesting or important enough that people don't need to listen to. You're delusional. Your followers are delusional. You don't deserve money the way Freely does deserve attention or money. And Freely is Freely the banana girl who's like a naturist, like vegetarian who just eats fruit or some shit and lives out in the woods. And she hates her too because Freely, I think, has done like, she's done like topless photography while, out in the woods and shit. And Virgo finds that that is haram and thinks that Freely is just a prostitute, like a common prostitute, and doesn't deserve to be famous. So whether or not you agree with that, I don't care. I'm just saying that's what she's referencing. Though I think that she, in her diatribes, she really highlights what she's insecure about. She's really upset that her videos don't get a lot of attention, and her music especially doesn't get any attention. And she really despises that. So when people she doesn't like are getting more views than her, it sets her off.